What is a leader? Um, a leader is at the end of the fly line, and it's a way to transfer the energy from the fly line into the leader, which is the butt end of it, which is the thickest end. It tapers down till it gets to a small diameter, which is the tippet end. It's like the tip of the leader. Um, this is where you tie your fly on. Now, depending on the size of the fly, will depend on the size of the leader that you want. Uh, the higher number is a smaller leader. It's a little backwards, but that's what it is. So if I have a 3 leader, a number 3 leader, that's pretty thick, and that will take some pretty good size flies. If I take it times 3, that's a ballpark. 3 times 3 is 9. So it will take a size 9, maybe a little one way or the other. If I have a 5 leader, take it times 3, 15. You can actually take it times 4 and get to 20. So now you're talking really small. 7 would be even smaller, or 6. So when you buy a combo, you're generally going to get a number 5 leader in it. And you're going to want to buy some more tippet material, because as you tie flies on and to see if they work, if they don't, you're going to switch them. You're going to change it. That's part of the fun. See what color, what size, what shape, which one works for you. To do that, you basically just cut it off. So if you've got 3 inches of material used to tie on the fly and you cut it off, you're 3 inches shorter. And then you're going to tie another fly on it. That doesn't work, you're going to do it again and again. Eventually, you're going to get to be a foot or maybe 18 inches short. Well, a tippet should be the same length as your rod as a general rule of thumb. So if you've got a 9-foot rod, you want a 9-foot tippet. 7.5 foot, 7.5 foot, so forth. There are exceptions, but that's just a pretty good rule. So what happens when I get down to 7 feet? Do I throw it away and buy a new leader? Only if you're made of money. They sell tippet material so that you can, when you get down to that 7.5 foot, take out your tippet material. You can get a roll of 30 yards for $5 or $6. Different ones, you're going to have to find one you like. But then you're going to tie that onto the end of the leader, and you're going to extend it another 18 inches. And then once you cut through that, you can do the same thing again, but you'll only be cutting, another 3 inches off that. So you can get a whole season out of one leader if you're careful. But if you don't cast well, if you make mistakes, if you get knots and tangles, eventually you'll just throw it away and get a new one, or you'll make your own. And a lot of people make their own leaders, especially when they're doing nothing but some pan fishing up close, or maybe saltwater fishing where you need specific ones. And there's formulas out there, and you can buy all this material and you tie 2 feet of this and 3 feet of that and 2 feet in 1 foot, or whatever it happens to be. And then once you get that made, you have your tippet, your leader made, and all you do again is just add tippet to it. So the leader is very, very important. And you're gonna spend, you don't have to spend a lot of money. I buy this one that comes in a little 6 of them for like $10, $12, and it comes in a case. It's really pretty nice. And I save the case. It's like a lot of cases, and I will add this or that. I like number 3 or number 4. Those seem to be my favorite sizes. But if I've got just a little bitty fly on a 3-weight rod, I'll use a 5-weight, 6-weight every time. If I'm using my 6-weight rod and I've got, a number 12 size on it, I may use a 3-weight or a 4-weight. No, 2-weight, sometimes. But you'll know when you've got it right or when you've got it wrong. If you're laying them out and they're presenting and they're just laying down on the water, that's great. If they're hitting with a splash, you better change something. If they're not making it all the way out, you better change something. The tippet should always be smaller than whatever piece of leader is in front of it. That's crucial. Has to be smaller so the weight continues to transfer. If you put a tippet on that is bigger than what's in front of it, it will just, when it gets to that junction, it will collapse. And you get no presentation, you get no fish. Let me just say that. So anyway, not a lot of time involved in it, but they are very important. So learn a little bit on your leaders. Okay, this is the end. Bye.